Hello, everyone, and welcome to Roll2Cast Live, the monthly Patreon-sponsored game of or team called Roll2Cast. We are Roll2Cast. We play role-playing games as part of our podcast, but every month, we, thanks to our patrons, create a live show streamed on YouTube. I'm Chris. I'm joined by the fantastic Ellen.
That's me. I'm Ellen. You can
the
find me around.
surreptitious Sean.
Oh, I'm so surreptitious. Hello.
The fallacious Phil.
Fallacious?
Sure, why not?
I'm so true.
We are playing Mork Borg, a fantastic game which we have right here. For those of you who are new to Mork Borg is a gritty, dark, dank dungeon crawler set in a gritty and Nordic-inspired world, which is filled with terrible terrors, an endless night, prophecies of eternal doom, and every single one of those prophecies is coming true. The end of the world is nigh. What are you going to do about it? We are going to talk very briefly about what people have read about the game, and let's start with Ellen, because this is actually your copy of the game. What do you know about this game?
Yeah, like most of the games in my shelf, I've ne'er had a chance to play them. Why? Because I'm busy doing Roll2Cast stuff, usually. So I've just been hoping that this would end up on the list because, yeah, what I heard about it is very apocalyptic, very kind of, but without that fight that usually other apocalyptic settings have. It's more of the grim darkness, similar to like 10 Candles of it's not how are you going to take back the world, it's what are you doing with the last time that you have on this earth, which I always find really kind of cool and somber, but it's also got a lot of punk sentimentality of it, of like it is quite brutal, similar to like when we played Dark Heresy, of just like you're done, lights out. So yeah, I'm excited for that kind of switch in tonality, but that's all. I tried to read it once. It's a lot for my little old eyes. It's beautiful, but I guess similar to when we play Vampire the Masquerade, like as a Toreador, I'm like, oh, I'm struck by all these beautiful images, but the words keep dancing away from me like little bugs.
It is a visually engaging, if potentially tricky,
yes,
actual physical
visually
text.
Distracting, maybe.
When your first page looks a bit like this, it's a bit of a thing to get your head around. Phil, have you read the book before, or are you just diving straight in?
Look, I read the bare bones edition last night. It's like 45 pages or something. It's not a huge book. It's very atmospheric what they give you. Everything is grim. Everything is dark and horrible and decaying and misty. It talks about things crawling from the gaps in the earth. It talks about, as you say, all the prophecies of doom that are coming true one after the other. Evil gods and basilisks of hatred and deceit. It's pretty amazing in terms of atmosphere, I have to say, and then just to comment on the system, in the same way, it's very kind of rough and kind of brutish system where you get a few pluses and minuses, and then a d20. That's pretty much all you get, and everything can fit onto like an A4, and you can just fill in the gaps in between. So I'm very excited to fill that in. I have got the worst, kind of most sniveling, unlikable character ever, and I'm here for it.
We're
going to dive into characters in a kind of scene, but before we do, Sean,
I'm saving it.
What are your first impressions on the game?
Look, I think it's fucking lovely. I don't know what you guys are talking about. No, it's look, you know what I love about this game is that it also gives me a very Doom-esque feel, as in the
fucking,
like bombardment of the senses, heavy metal, like blow your goddamn ears and eyes right out of their head. Kind of like ball to the walls mentality of this game is really cool. Weirdly, I also get this is like a much darker version, but I'm really getting Hero Quest vibes, and maybe it's just that kind of nostalgia for like kind of like dark, not quite D&D kind of dungeon crawl type game. So I'm very, very intrigued by this. Obviously, I'm kind of the same. I've been quite busy, so it was very late in the game in which I started looking at the system. But you know, as you said, it's like I've literally got the rules reference right here. It is all on an A4. It's pretty damn simple. Got my trusty little D20 here. It's going to be interesting because this one I notoriously use for Cthulhu because I roll quite low on this die. So let's see how it works for this game. But no, my experience with Mork Borg is minimal. Never read the book, even though it's been right above me for a couple of years now. But yeah, that's kind of me.
Oh, you're next to me in the stream, but underneath me in the Discord.
Oh.
Well, it's great that you bring that up, Sean, because this is the kind of logical exploration of classic dungeon crawlers.
Yes.
This is what I, from a system perspective, kind of grew up on. You would, I was just talking to my partner actually about this yesterday. In D&D 2nd edition AD, when you created a character, you would roll your hit point dice. You had a hit point dice, and every time you would build a character, you would roll it, and you would begin. Mages started with 1d4, and every level you got 1d4 hit points up, meaning that a level 2 mage could have 2 hit points.
So good.
That is the sort of game that TTRPGs and the sort of rules and style that TTRPGs have kind of come from. In those games, it was high fantasy. I don't think that's appropriate for high fantasy. I love this game. I love this. I'm buying a copy after we've done this stream so I can give this back to Ellen and get one for myself. This might be my favorite game, having read this. This stream will be kind of the first time I'm running it, and so we'll see how this goes, but I'm really excited to tell you.
You might hate it after knowing.
A dark, gritty story. Let's dive straight into quickly mentioning what characters you are playing, what their names are, what their classes or their roles are, and let's after that, we'll just dive straight into the action because we have a story to tell and I have characters to kill.
Hey.
Ellen, let's start with you. Who are you playing and what are they?
Yes, so I am Madagar, who is a heretical priest. Loves some heresy. We all know it's a common theme.
Oh, love a bit of heresy.
How do you spell that?
Is hunted down continuously by the two-headed basilisks of the true faith. She can be found raving in ruins, traipsing endlessly down dusty roads, and desecrating cathedrals by night. So far, I'm not too much. I'm not really going out of a limb on the roleplay here. That's just me. That's just me, guys.
Constantly desecrating.
Truly conflicted, loud-mouthed. I didn't write this, okay? It was in the generator. Hauntingly beautiful, some might say. And get this could not be more me. Truly, the random generator blessed me.
Loves Mike.
Stress response is aesthetic display. So the worse things get, the fancier I must be. And that's me. Yeah, I've got almost no stats. I'm at a disadvantage in strength, and everything else is a big fat old goose egg.
Oh yeah.
A zero, as they say. But I do have some bows, so I don't know.
That's good.
I got a bow and some arrows, so maybe
Okay.
I
I was
will...
gonna say a bow, no arrows.
No arrows.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to like stab people with my...
No infinite arrow in Mork Borg, I'm sure.
No.
No way.
Right.
Track those both. Well, how do you spell that,
I
Ellen?
have Margar.
Yeah.
Madagar. I'm assuming.
Margar.
Is that...
Madagar.
That's how I'm
That's
pronouncing
great.
it.
That's great. It's
Great.
a flexible system, flexible setting, flexible language conventions.
Pronunciation.
For it.
Margar.
Sean, what about you? Who are you playing?
Excellent. So mine is very easy to remember. I am playing Von. V-O-N. Von. And Von is a cult herb master. So Von was raised in calm isolation in the Sarkash Dark, born of the mushroom, raised in the glade, watched by the eye of the moon in a silverback Silver black. Cool. Here's what I love. Prone to substance abuse and vindictive, corpulent, ravenous, drooling. You giggle insanely at the worst possible time. So if you're ever going to try and be sneaky, good fucking luck. But yeah, so he is an occult herbmaster. I have the ability to brew potions and strange concoctions. What they are, I'll find out in the moment because I literally can roll on a table to start the day and to brew things in particular. He has a little portable laboratory that he carries with him at all times. And other than that, he has a trusty, a few other things, but he's got a trusty warhammer. Big fuck off warhammer that he does for a bit of killing, or just a bit of self-defense. If you come near his potions, he is not having it. And my other lovely thing that I've got is a bear trap. So if we come across some bears, I can trap them.
What will you do with them?
What I love is, as far as equipment is concerned, as abilities are concerned, I'm on a flat 0 for everything except for toughness, which is a +3.
Oh,
Whoa!
wow, that's what
man.
I
a
think
good
I've
roll.
got the most hit points out of all three of you. I have 4 hit points.
I have 5.
I have
Ooh.
2.
How many do you have, Phil? 2.
I have 2.
Oh my.
Speaking of, Phil,
Gonna be a lot
let's
shorter than I
introduce,
expected.
your character to
I'm-
our lovely audience.
I'm Jotna, wretched royalty. Things were going so well until the southern empire of Sluggans sank into the sea. I'm wasteful and suspicious, with decaying teeth, a
Right,
nihilist.
but what about your character?
Yes, right. British teeth.
Hey.
I think these two are actually on separate tables, which is hilarious. But I'm a nihilist, but I'm also... You insist on telling everyone you're a nihilist and explaining why.
So you're Jordan Peterson?
What is it?
Yes.
How do you know someone's a nihilist? Don't worry, they'll tell
Tell
you.
you.
In massive debt, the debt is being traded to successively more ruthless groups. So, yeah, everything's gone horribly for Jotna, but he still has
Jotna is hunted.
Yes, he's hunted. But don't worry, he comes with 2 companions, which I rolled up on the wretched loyalty, so these are great. You're going to enjoy this. So first is Barbarister, the Incredible Horse.
What?
He is a magical, intelligent, arrogant, and vain. He can also talk. If you can persuade him to care, Barbarister occasionally adds +2 presence to tests involving logic and intellect. The horse may be smarter than you and is quite aware of this. That's one of my companions, and then I also have Poltroon, the court jester. While practically useless, personally irritating, and an emotional drain, Poltroon's capering actually makes enemies lose their focus in combat. For the first 2 rounds, you and your allies get +2 on attack and defense. So it's me, an arrogant talking horse, and a court jester.
Love it.
But I came with a whip, which does D2 damage, and a bottle of poison, which I think is absolutely perfect. I'm gonna.
God, all your stats suck.
My stats suck. I've got -1, -1, 0, 0. I've got 2 hit points, and I've got the 2 most insufferable people left in the world with me. It's great.
Yeah, Ellen and me.
What about the court jester? He seems nice.
He's actually the hero of this story.
Yeah,
I'm the
that's
horse.
right.
No, I think the horse might be the hero.
Yeah.
It's like,
We'll see, we'll see.
God, I hate all of you. I'm so much smarter, but I'm a horse, so none of you can understand me.
We will dive straight into the game. If anyone has any questions, just for our new audience members who are joining, thank you very much for populating the YouTube channel that we stream on. We will have a break about halfway through, about 11 in an hour's time, I believe. That's about right.
Yeah.
We'll see how we go, and or an hour and 15, and then we will come back right to finish off the story. If, of course, our players don't die, because we are playing Mork Borg, a dark and grim game, a dark and grim setting. Distances shift, paths between places warp, as if this pale, lightless world possessed a will and bitter life, its mercy curdled to wrath over too long age. Who are you? It matters a little different. No one has seen the sun in years. The old care more for sacrifice and god offering than their bawling spawn. Doomsayers are proved right time and again and embraced by hidden powers. Maybe it's best to surrender, to trust your own instinct and skill rather than the whims of the dice, before all is drowned in welcome silence. Welcome to Mork Borg. You three were in a northern tavern. You were there for your own reasons. For some of you, you are fleeing. For others, you are seeking wealth. It matters not. The man who took you with offerings of silver and prophecy is on the head of a horse-drawn cart, and you are his passengers. You trundle along the dirt roads with haze and mist and fog surrounding you. There are 4 of you in the cart, and a very beautiful horse trotting aside you. It is not going to lower itself to draw the cart, of course. You are near Sarkash, the dark forests up north.
I hope.
It is home to one of you, but you know that home will turn against you if you want. Let's begin with a psalm. Who would like first? Ellen, it feels appropriate for you to decide.
As the religious
Yes,
one of us.
as
Would
a
you like-
heretical priest.
Would you like a D100, a D20? I'm changing this up a little bit because
Okay.
the game asks for the DM to decide, but I'm going to let you to decide which one. Would you like a D100, a D20, a D10, a D6, or a D2?
I would like a D20.
D20.
May I roll?
You may, please.
Because I have this beautiful little
bleak
mossy
half
one.
year, Ellen. A bleak half year.
Wonderful. 17 is what I rolled.
Good. And now roll 2d6, thank you.
2d6. Okay. That is a 4 altogether. 3 and a 1.
Sorry,
A 3 and a 1. 4.
a 3 and a 1.
Yeah.
That's quick math.
At Graven
math.
Tusk, the soil shall grow warm, and those who rest be made to walk.
Can you repeat that, please?
At Graven Tusk, which is just in the Sarkash, it's a gravesite.
Yeah.
The soil shall grow warm, and those who rest be made to walk.
Oh, that's not good.
Ellen, you rolled a 17.
I did.
The end of the world is coming in 17 years. This is known. This will happen. This will come to pass. And a sign of this is the red star above which you have affixed your eyes in the pale haze of the day or night. Time is hard to tell in the pitch black of this time. The hundreds of years which you have spent in night. You were born into it, into black, and you will likely die in it. This man who has not given you his name has promised you silver and the potential to undo the apocalypse. He claims that there is a scroll hidden amongst the forest, and that this scroll has been prophesied by one of the other heads of the basilisk. And that by reading from this scroll, one might be able to awaken day, have nature return, and bring light back to this world. For some of you, this might be a genuine hope. For others of you,
A distraction.
or whoever believes that story is going to pay a lot of money for whatever you find.
Money's money.
The man is silent as he drags you along, and your court jester sings a little song.
Yeah, go on.
We are off to join the dead. We shall die. We shall die. We shall die in a forest, 'cause my bloodline is not of noble birth. Is not of noble birth.
What a
The
jolly fellow.
Hops. And you trundle along.
Von is
Yes.
trying. Von is trying very, very hard to keep the incessant babbling and tunes of, what is it, Plontoon?
Poltroon.
Out of his head, as he. The way that I imagine, if I may, Chris, I'm just going to read
please.
something that I would like to do. Here's me gamifying Mork Borg.
I love
So you carry a portable laboratory and continually search for frequently expended ingredients. Daily, you have the materials to create 2 randomly determined decoctions and can brew a total of D4 doses. So the way that I envision Von works is part of his ramshackle makeshift armor, or at least clothing that he has these wooden plates that are around his midsection, and what he can do is he's got a little string attached to the top of it that when they fold down, they become a kind of platform that is right in front of his chest where he brews his potions. So he has it on him at all times, and he can simply fold it up when he's finished with it. So if I may, I was wondering if I could roll that D8 from my list of decoctions, which I have here, to see what it would be that he would brew for the day, since I have my deadly one.
I don't mind that. Not at all. Go for it.
So I get 2 D8s, because I get 2 concoctions.
Yep.
So
Von!
one is going to be an 8.
That stuff stinks!
And number one's going to be a 4. So the first thing he's going to do is, as Von, and I've looked at Phil's character sheet, so I know this. As Von kind of like looks over at what's his name? What's your character's name, Phil?
Jotner.
Jotner. Jotner, and spies the black poison that you have.
It's mine!
And he goes, "I've never made that one before. Don't worry, I don't need to touch it." Simply make it by sight now, can't I? And so he goes about just almost like a drawer would sketch without needing anything underneath. I'm an artist, you can tell.
Yes.
Just simply makes it by sight and by hand, and from the mix-match pockets that he finds in pouches, and brews a black poison. And I'll roll the D4 in a moment. But the other thing he makes is an Elixir Vitalis, which is basically a healing potion, and it heals a D6 of HP and stops infection. Can be habit forming, which is bad for someone like me who suffers from substance abuse. And Chris,
Yes.
if you're okay with it, it says that I get a D4's worth of doses of each one, or
Yeah,
unless
sure.
you want to restrict me.
That's totally fine. I don't mind. That's what it says. Let's do that.
Great.
But what I will ask you to roll is your toughness.
Excellent.
With a normal difficulty.
Yep. I have a +3 on toughness. That's what he's got.
Great. Great.
That is a 19 in total.
Okay.
Holy
you,
shit.
You hold yourself from consuming the habit-forming elixirs, wasting healing potion on yourself. You do not do that.
I could have all of them right now. But I won't. I won't do that. That would be silly of me, wouldn't it?
Ever hungry, Vaughn. Perhaps you've found something to sate yourself with after all. Don't worry. All that elixir will be dust in your mouth soon enough. When the end comes.
Yes.
I'll be tasting something.
Can you believe this fool says a mere scroll can undo the end? Foolish mutterings. I just want the coin to get those scoundrels off my back.
Scrolls, coin, they will all bring your demise. It just depends which poison you want to pick for yourself.
Oh, I agree, but I'd rather not spend the end time suffering inside a thumbscrew.
No, you'd rather spend it suffering on a carriage ride with your incessant mutterings of your clown friend.
What does the horse think of this? What does he think? What's his reason for being here? Do you believe in the scroll, dear friend?
The horse says nothing.
You won't get a thing out of him. He thinks he's better than everyone.
Oh, well, he is, isn't he?
And the Poltron says, he's a horse, of course! A horse, of course! A horse! Oh!
Then he puts his hands on your shoulder, Phil.
The horse does?
No, the jester. The jester. Your jester.
Oh, you reek!
And whispers in your ear, I would like food.
Get off me! Get off!
Feed me, please.
No!
Please.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
he
And
is
the jester.
famished.
Please.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, sorry, you froze for about 5 seconds there, Chris.
That's good, because Phil did for me. He,
Oh, right. He was just
he
begging for
asks
food.
for food from your rations, Phil.
And I told you, if you can make me laugh, you can have some food, but you haven't done that for 10 years.
Great, make me a presence roll. Difficulty 12, standard.
14.
Sorry, 14?
14.
Yes, he recognizes your noble blood and goes, huh.
Yes, that's right. And I break him off like the smallest heel of maggoty bread. Stuff that in your face. Maybe it'll keep you quiet for a while.
Yes, yes.
You have a
yes,
jester,
yes,
but
yes.
wish to keep him quiet? What a strange fellow you are.
Well, I find his suffering more amusing than his capering.
So he was never going to succeed in his quest of making you laugh.
Yes, it's the sad tragedy of a jester in a dying world. What humor can be found at the end of all things?
You feel amongst in your clothing, and we'll quickly describe what you are wearing in a second, as your clothing is wet and damp from the fog. Sean, how is this affecting your character? How is the wet and damp of the fog from the forest affecting your clothing? What are you wearing?
Vaughn wears akin to overalls, just kind of like stripped, very raggedy, patchy, brown, almost kind of like wooden color overalls that with straps up the top there, and obviously, as I mentioned, just to bulk him out a bit, is the wooden plates that are strapped around his chest, and I would say that the wooden plates themselves are actually starting to rot and starting to decay through extensive use and misuse and spilled potions that have eaten away at the base itself. But while he believes in his mind he doesn't necessarily feel the cold and feel the elements, the blotches on his skin and the purple of his fingers maybe from the elements, maybe from the handling of potions, one cannot truly tell, does kind of betray what his mind believes is a healthy, virile body.
Ellen, what does the cold do to your clothing?
Well, I believe it sets right into my bones, as I do have scale armor, but I believe that it's very close to the skin, almost like a bug's exoskeleton, making Magar look like some sort of strange skeletal, silvery creature amongst the night. But the metal itself sits against her skin, cold and biting.
Phil, how does the cold sit on you?
Well, while very slight underneath and gaunt, Jotnar has the decaying furs of an ermine, robes of state, crowded and piled upon him. So they were once noble, fancy clothing is now matted and black and stinking, and his long cape now tatters into nothingness across his back. So he can sort of like disappear inside the piled furs to keep away from the cold. But that only brings the stench of never washed furs closer to his face.
Oof.
Fantastic. Would anyone like to chat amongst yourselves a little bit more? Is there anything you want to say to each other more before we continue on?
Phil's go.
No, I'm just getting ready to receive.
Yes, I think we've had enough barbs for today.
Good. The cart comes to a stop, and the man in front with his stove-top hat, dirty tailcoat, and black and dusty clothing turns to you and says, "In there, you will find the prize that you have been searching for, or you will find the remains of who have come before. Either way, a pretty penny for your work."
Will you be coming with us?
You'd best be here when we return.
Of course, I would never betray you like that.
So where is he gesturing? Is it like in the earth or
just straight into the forest? You are on a with forest on either side of you on a dirt road, and it is pitch black above you, except of course for the new red star, which does seem to be above where he has pointed to. The red star floats above in the night sky, or in the dark black of the sky, and your torches from his cart illuminate the small patch. Though it's being hemmed in by the fog, you can see that there is red above where he gestures in the forest. Perhaps this is a fool's errand after all.
Barbarista.
Recognize this area at all? Being from Sarkash, this is completely new.
This is new. This is all new territory.
Also, everything shifts, so
time and space mean nothing anymore. In this space, the world is becoming less. It's becoming like stitched together fabric made of odds and ends. Two people from the same place may never have met each other or even known each other's streets. Streets as an idea are kind of just like narrow vestige that you fall down into rather than navigate your way through.
What say you, Barbarista? Can you pick your way through the woods there?
The horse looks at you and gives a small nod.
Well then.
Yes.
Before we leave the cartman, I think Magar will brandish 5 silver. This is upon your return, for we will need to carry this scroll with safety and discretion.
Great idea, Ellen. Roll presence for me.
Okay.
And
that
I'm
is
going to make
just
that.
a D20,
I'm going to make that a
right?
D10 for you because that is a pretty simple request. You've added a bribe. Otherwise, it would be a normal roll.
Yeah. And I can't use my list of sins, can I? No,
in-
that's more for unseen evil creatures. No,
Yes.
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All G. That is a 12.
12.
Hey, look at that.
Great. Well done.
And it's this
yes.
beautiful little mushroom die I got
Yay,
from
mushroom
our
die.
I was
favorite-
born of the mushroom.
I know.
Yes, you have. In this moment, you can tell that he intended to abandon you on the road, but he will in fact wait for you.
The promise of coins stays the hasty foot.
You are right. I think Magar will, like, with her long silvery hand, kind of almost like brush the hair of Paltroon.
Poltroon, yes.
Yes, you are right. The glint of silver will catch the eyes of predators out there.
Von will do the exact same motion, but on the horse rather than the jester.
Which horse? Is it?
The fucking talking horse.
Barbarister? Okay.
He's gonna kick you. He
Sean, roll a
hates.
d6.
Yes.
Odds and ends. Odds. Let's go 4s and ups.
He's not a pet.
You want to avoid. 4 and up. You want to avoid.
I'd love if this horse kicked us in the face and we died instantly.
3.
3. It doesn't.
This horse hates you.
It doesn't attack you. It
Uh,
hates you.
Von,
It
I
says under its breath,
You go.
"You fool! Get your filthy hands off me, peasant type! You disgust me!
Touchy,
Get back into those
touchy,
woods."
touchy, touchy. You make the strangest friends, Jotna. Not judging, you just do.
They're not my friends. I'm stuck with them.
Speaking
We're
of
stuck with you.
Oh,
Speaking of
whatever.
being-
Whatever.
speaking
You're
of
just as
being
in
bound
debt as I am.
together By circumstance, come. The ember eye of the Lord is pointing us further through the forest.
Yes, and you can read us scripture on the walk. Come on, Poltroon. Go ahead. If anything's waiting, I wanted to get you first.
He rushes off into the. Are you telling him to scout ahead?
Yeah, just
Okay,
go.
cool.
We're gonna kill a clown.
Roll
Sure,
a.
great.
Well, he has no stats.
Send in the clowns.
Yeah, honestly.
I'd be happy if he died. He's terrible.
Yeah. Okay.
He's terrible.
Um,
We're terrible.
Cool.
Horse guy.
Let's just make this happen. That was my first encounter, and that's fine.
He's just gonna walk headlong into it. I love it. Do it.
Love
Well,
this.
sort of, yeah. You see him jump off the path, and Cavort kind of gesturing back, walking backwards into the forest as he kind of gestures for you to come along, leading the merry way.
go
And as
on.
he puts his foot down, a bear trap
Oh!
sinks its teeth into his feet. He screams, "Ah! Ah! Ah! Ah!"
Oh, poor boy.
I have one of those. And he reaches into the back and you can see there's a similar bear trap.
Poltroon, be quiet.
Falls to the ground, his hand into the
other bear
woods,
trap?
the edge of the woods. His hand falls to the ground into a second bear trap. The bear trap strikes his hand off. He brings it up. Ah! Ah! Help me!
Marga, gestures to
You finally made me laugh.
the vial. I think it is best to give it to him.
I don't think black poison's going to help him right now.
I think it's the only thing that will help him.
So I should give him the black poison.
Yes, as a kindness.
And so, as per the report, as per what you have asked him to do, he is going to give the black poison to the jester.
Great.
Oh, I'm
Well,
sorry.
it's not like he's gonna bloody recover, is it?
No. I acknowledge all this, but John is doubled over with laughter. This is the funniest thing Poltroon has ever done.
He finally made him laugh.
Exactly so. But it is not a jolly sound. It is a cruel laughter. Yes.
Von is going to slink over and crouch down beside the screaming jester. Don't worry, I've got just the thing. Keep that mouth, screaming mouth, keep it open, that's right. And he's gonna dig into one of his pouches. No, that's the elixir. No, here we go. And he's going to.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Pour down the gullet. And look, I'm just going to read you what a black poison says. It is a toughness check DR 14, or you take a minus D6 to your HP and you're blinded for 1 hour.
He does not pass the check.
I don't think he has any HP.
He does not have the check. He does have HP. I've been kind of keeping one in track. What you hear and see from the last moments of this clown's life is him clutching at his eyes with one hand, stump of a hand bloodied, the other his hand, as he goes, I can't see.
What a blessing. What a blessing.
I thought.
Yes, well.
It is just as well he had his eyes closed for the end. We shall all be so lucky if we do not see what is coming towards us. Come on.
One moment. And he's going to look around to inspect those bear traps and see if he can, because as one who holds one himself, does it look like is there anything you can ascertain from the bear trap who might have set it? What kind is it? Has it been there for a while?
They're very rusty.
They're ancient.
They're very rusty and covered in slime and water and all sorts of terrible things.
Well, now I'm bored.
In keeping with my character, perhaps I will I don't know. Oh yeah, that's kind of funky. Maybe I'll put 2 silver over his eyes.
Great.
I do need to be fancy about this after all. And yes, it was my idea to mercy kill him.
Yeah.
And as you guys walk off, just before you do, Von's gonna take the 2.
I was going to do the same thing. So we're both waiting. We're both looking at the silver she'd left behind.
Yeah.
1 each.
Either of you greedy in particular?
I'm
money quite a bit.
I'm wasteful and suspicious, and I'm in massive debt. So,
I'm vindictive and ravenous and corpulent. And it seems like a very inappropriate thing for him to do. No, fuck it. Actually, because I was the first one that said it, he's gonna look at you and say, well, you can fight me for the coin if you really want it. I wouldn't suggest it though.
I'm gonna just try and snatch them before he can grab them. I'm gonna fight him. We just snatch them and try and run off.
Phil, make a difficult agility test, please.
Is that contested or is that
2?
No,
2.
That is him trying to grab the coins, and make a dash into the woods,
2.
following their companion,
He got a 2.
Margar.
Yeah, he got a 2, so he failed.
Yeah, you try and grab at your former jester's face, taking the coins off him, and your long, unclean fingernails just scratch at his around his eyes and at his cheek and at his forehead, digging at his flesh. You don't, and you, in an effort to like get away from the mercy killing, terrifying woodland man who laughs, you dash off into the forest.
Easier than I thought it was
Go,
going to
go.
be.
Curse you, Von. Curse you.
As we are heading towards, I would like to use my list of sins.
Okay.
Perhaps looking out for omens that will help me discover unseen evildoers.
I'll just set the scene then.
Yes,
The
wonderful.
three of you will need to light torches. So if you don't have torches, it's going to be very dark.
Nope.
I
You'll
do
have
not.
torches.
No.
Nope.
Oh, I have. What's fire steel?
Like a flint.
It's a striker, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got something to
Light a torch with.
light a torch with.
Do any of you have torches?
No.
No.
I've got a lot of concoctions, and that's it.
I have a mirror.
What about your bloody horse? Does your horse have a torch?
No, he
Does
won't.
not have a torch.
I can't even saddle him. Like he doesn't carry stuff. He's-
You said that there were lights on the cart that we had.
Yep.
We're
Goody.
away from the cart now.
Well, we just go back and grab one.
Great.
Yeah. Von's
We
gonna
could
sidle back. He goes, and he gets the two silver pieces that he extricated from the eyes of the dead one. He's gonna plonk it. Consider this a deposit, and Von's gonna go to take one of the lights.
Sure. Absolutely.
Great.
You take one,
Yep.
giving up 2 silver in the process. You notice that the corpse of the jester has already been desecrated by the keeper, the man who is on the cart.
Yeah.
And it seems as though he had things in his pockets that were maybe pilfered or stolen.
Torchlight.
And that man has them now. You may have wanted to
It's too late now.
I
Too late now.
didn't want to, but I was like, oh well.
Yeah. You have a torch. You have a torch now, Sean. You have a
Yeah,
torch now.
he walks past the keeper. Just goes, looks like you're having fun. Hopefully, see you soon.
He will be lured towards our corpses in the same manner. Is there any kind of like wood or something that I could like fashion a torch out of?
You absolutely
We are
may.
in a forest. Some
You
dry
absolutely
wood.
may. Let's make a. Let's just make that happen.
Yeah, cool.
You fashion one. It's not very good, but it will do.
Yeah, I
will
light
do in
it
a
with
pinch.
the thing, and I perhaps wrap some cloth around it.
The forest and underbrush is cold, and the wood is dense. There is not a lot of underbrush as such, but there are fallen woods. It is quite a barren a barren forest floor with pine needles and such at your feet. The big trees tower over, and the fog, more often than not, is cold. But strangely, there are pockets of warmth that you find, and you get a sense in those moments that you are in the wrong place. It's almost as if the forest itself is moving you along deeper into it. The shadows that the trees cast in the forest from your torches are long and dark. The white mist at your feet. The horse behind you says, "This is a cursed place. We should not be here."
The whole world is cursed, Barbarister!
It's a curse we're looking to undo. So further in we go.
You are a fool if you can think to defeat a basilisk and the will they have. Your faith must be great.
Everything must die.
And if nothing else, it will be a load of fun now, won't it? Never seen a basilisk.
Our patron promises coin, and that's all that matters.
Sorry, these characters are just great. I'm just...
Aren't we the fucking worst?
Truly the scum of the earth. I'm gonna stick to that logic of the places where the fog is thickest. Seeing how the forest wants to kind of reject us and hide its secrets, that is where Magar points her fingers towards. Forward.
Deeper.
You find on your travel 3 corpses just ahead of you.
3. What
3.
a good number.
Do they look like us?
No, well, not from this distance,
Oh.
certainly.
Can I use my list now?
Yeah. What does your list do, Ellen? Just quickly
Well, it just
describe
says
to me.
it's a long document to discover unseen evildoers. I think it's described very strangely.
Yeah, beautiful.
So
love
it's a long and accurate document cross-referenced against reality to discover unseen evildoers. I'm kind of imagining it as a kind of like grimoire, or
yes,
it's
absolutely. It's not
religion
applicable
and
in this.
facts kind
It's
of
not
thing.
applicable in this moment. There will be a
Okay.
moment coming up where it will be applicable.
What does
so-
it mechanically do? Does it give you like a mechanic with it?
It says a strange light surrounds evil creatures, and the list's owner defends with +2 against any being discovered this way.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Which is why I'm kind of like, what exactly is it? I imagine it's like a,
It's like
here's heretical things to look out for. Here's how you slay demons, kind of thing.
Yes, you kind of, by the holy light that you have,
Yes.
you know what an evil thing is, and it will glow with a kind of aura that illuminates it. But in this moment, the corpses that you see in front of you are not those things. They are not evil doers.
Hold up.
Perhaps perhaps Barbarister can go have a look and just see the lay of the land, as it were, maybe?
Ask him yourself.
Oh, he doesn't like me. I've established that. But maybe that will make it more fun. Barbarister!
I would sooner kick you in the head than follow your instruction.
Oh, it was just going to be a question, not an instruction. I was wondering if you would care to take a squeeze, a bit of a gander over at the corpses in front.
No.
I don't think it worked.
Is there a way of getting closer, like around the corpses?
You absolutely may. Yes, you absolutely may encircle it.
A kind of,
If you'd like to do that in a particularly sneaky way, you may. I won't ask for any kind of roll to successfully sneak or unsuccessfully sneak. It would only be applicable when, say, like an enemy were to approach, that I would then ask for the roll.
We'll creep
But
forward
at
then.
At the moment, you can approach in a circle around it to kind of...
Friends, the forest is not rejecting us. It is covering us like a blanket with its mist and its thick, dense shrubs. We should move through it and give blessings for the secrecy it gives us.
Oh, blessings this and blessing that. Let's see what they've got in their pockets.
Well, you do make a good point. The forest is not against us. For now, at least.
Hold up the light.
We creep through where the fog and the brush is densest to
And I-
have a gander at these corpses.
And I start rifling their pockets. Hold up the light.
Roll 2d6 for me, Phil. One after the other, and tell me them in order. It's a 16 to 66 roll, so
2.
1, 2.
And 4.
Okay. You reach your hand into a pocket. Roll
It's a bear trap.
Roll 1d2 for me.
It's a bitch.
It's one of those.
It's a pocket bear trap.
It's one of those.
1.
What did you get?
1.
1. So you reach into a pocket, and you find broken glass. Take 1 point of damage, thank you.
That's half my health. It's bleeding. I'm bleeding.
Oh my god, that's literally half of your health.
Who has broken glass in their
You
pocket?
guys forgot very briefly what fucking game you were playing, didn't you?
No, I knew.
Do the other pocket. Do the other pocket.
I knew. I just need money really badly. I knew exactly what I'm doing.
They have
Right.
several. They have several other pockets. Try the other one. Use your other hand.
I'm gonna take a dirty rag and like wrap it around to staunch the bleeding. Obviously, hit a blood vessel, a vein. Like, of
Near
course
your
I
thumb.
did. Near my thumb. It's oozing out.
Did you not think that your desecrating a corpse would have a price?
I didn't think anyone would have broken glass in their pocket.
Speaking of prices, you should probably put the 2 silver coins on each of the corpses as well, like you did the other one.
Oh, shut up. He took those, you know. Paid for them. Paid for that torch with them. Yes, that's how much your little rituals mean to him, Marga.
I have no extra. I have the 55 silver pieces that I carry with myself. I don't have any extra. If you want to frisk me, you can.
I told you,
think
he spent them already.
Yes. That silver will hang around your neck before soon enough. Maybe I will reach into the other pocket.
Okay, great idea.
Okay.
I
Roll a d6 and then a d6 and tell me them in order.
What was the other roll?
A 6.
Oh, it's one roll. It was one roll, the 2 d6s, and then the outcome was the... Oh my god, I could have died. I just realized the roll flipping a d2 could have killed me.
1d2 yes. It
Could
have killed you. You
it could have killed me
and
instantly.
died. Yes. Ellen, what did you roll?
Am I able to do it carefully, or am I just like able to? No.
Just
Okay.
gotta do it.
You
It
you
is
do.
a 6 and a 4.
A 6 and a 4. Hey,
Yeah.
congratulations! That's 64 silver pieces.
Hey!
In that way, 6 and then 4.
Yeah.
It's 64 silver pieces.
You were saying about the thieving of silver, and I do place 2 of those silver on each of the corpses' eyes.
Okay, so that's 58 silver pieces that you take away.
No worries.
I believe
Funny.
Barrister, like, he doesn't laugh, but maybe it's close. He's like, at my misfortune.
I like that John then puts his hand into the same pocket and gets broken glass.
What would Von like to do with these corpses?
Very
Von
funny.
is actually going to look. I don't know if I'm doing like D&D bullshit. Tell me if it's just out of the scope of the game. But he's going to see how the fuck did they die? Like, why are they dead?
Yeah.
They have been dead too long, I'm afraid.
Okay,
It's impossible to know.
Well,
Okay.
he's honestly going to search for on any on their person rather than in pockets for any like vials or any like clear like bulges or things. He's looking for more ingredients and more potions.
Any
Stuff.
weapons?
Yep, roll 2d6.
Yeah,
and tell me them in order.
Yeah.
I would love a weapon. If you could find a weapon, that'd be great. I have a 2.
No, he doesn't fucking care about weapons. Give him potions and concoctions and
Thankfully, they
vials.
have a vial just of broken glass for you to do.
So it is 3 then 4.
34. Great. Inside the pocket of one of these fellows, you find the face of Ishtar
Ooh.
Ziarelli.
Well,
Smash
Ishtar, I
together.
know. Ishtar, I know. Zarelli, I don't.
Ziarelli. Ishtar Ziarelli is a witch hunter, and it's their face that's
As
been
in-
flayed off their face, their skull, and you have the flesh, the flayed face of Ishtar. Ishtar is a witch hunter, and has been hunting down heretics in the area, and their face flayed, and they're very famous. They're very known.
He has
Their
that
flayed face
scar.
in their pockets.
He has that scar.
So Bod is going to like look. He goes, how do you think they're feeling today? He's just gonna like look at her, and he's just gonna like put his finger in the back. He's going, I'm feeling quite tired. I'm feeling quite distraught. I'm feeling rather dead.
Look at that scar on his
gonna try and
face. Isn't that
put it-
Ishtar?
Yes, the heretic hunter. They met their end soon enough.
Well, we lost a jester. Perhaps you could have another friend. You've got a job. Now.
Oh, put it away. Put it away.
I'll just give it a try. You might enjoy it.
Be quiet. I'm sitting down and supping from my canteen. I would like to catch my breath and have a drink, please.
Sure thing. You absolutely may.
Can I heal D4 HP, please?
Yep, you can. Roll 1d4.
I'm quietly pleased about this.
As long as everyone else is agreeing to this.
Can you-
everyone willing to catch your breath? Or are you pushing on further and onwards in? Remember the day
Yes.
is,
Yeah.
You will get tired soon enough.
Yeah.
I feel the longer we wait. Now let's make it harder
let's-
for us. I feel like the longer we wait, the longer it's gonna be before. Well, the sooner before that person decides to take off. But 5 silver only goes so far. You know, we should.
Especially since you gave them more money. The money was for them to return.
What do you mean more money?
Didn't you pay them to take the torches, or no?
No, I have this torch with me. This is my
okay.
torch.
Never mind. I'm misremembering.
No, you're right. He's lying.
Yeah, right. Oh no, I am as the player. I am asking.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yes, he paid for
yeah,
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the torches. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys don't agree to rest?
No, this is like Sarkash gets dark and things go boo in the dark. We need to keep going, and he places the face on top of one of the corpses. Here you go. You have a body again.
I guess I'll stick with my 1 HP.
Right. I will. I would like to kick the face off the corpse.
Okay, you do.
It is that being does not deserve a full body. They deserve to be in tatters.
You're no fun.
And we forge ahead.
You forge ahead.
You bastards. I just wanted to heal my 1 HP, you bastards.
Okay, I will let you know that was probably a wise decision.
Yeah. We would have been surrounded by horrible creatures had we stopped.
Well,
I'm sure.
I mean, there's no traps for the bears.
As you wander along, you hear the unmistakable growl of wild dogs. How many? I wonder.
That's
Sean,
up to you to decide.
roll a d2.
Me?
Oh no.
Yep.
No. That is gonna be. So that's a 2, which is a 1 on a D. Yes, that's a 1.
Great. Dog. Just the
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Singular.
It stands in front of you. A black dog with shaggy, oily, matted fur. It's massive. It's like the size of a cart. It's massive. And it stands before you, teeth bared. What do you want to do?
What's that's right.
Yeah, I have an idea.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I have food in my inventory. I would like to throw the food to distract the dog, and then potentially get out my bow.
How much
Yeah,
food
what
are you
is its
throwing? How much
reaction?
food are you throwing? Ellen, what do you have?
Well, it says I have a day's worth of food.
Okay, so how much of that are you throwing away?
Like a meal?
So that would be
Like a third?
It's like it's rations kind of. So
Yeah.
it's like you're like it's one of those. It would be like a piece of smoked meat or
Yeah.
like a slice of bread or two. You
Yeah.
know, this is marching rations. This is dark and gritty.
Yeah.
Are you throwing a slab of beef away, or are you throwing a
I
piece
guess
of bread,
so,
or are you
yeah,
like ripping a tiny bit and throwing it away? It's a big animal.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's if I've got dried beef, which
Yeah.
is probably good rations,
Yep.
then I'm not really gonna have the time the beast will allow me. I'm just going to take it, brandish it, and chuck it.
So you just throw meat.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Hits it in
roll
the face.
me a presence roll.
Okay.
Roll me a presence roll.
And that's my
Um,
D20?
That's a d20. I'm going to say this is a difficult roll.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 12.
Oh no.
That's a shame.
Mm.
I will alter the initiative d6 as a result.
Great.
The animal goes for the food and begins to eat it, but you haven't thrown it terribly far away. It's kind of just, it's now gone into the further into the fog on the right-hand side as you kind of are on this path, not path, in the forest as it stood in your way. You've thrown the ration out, your day's ration out into the forest, throwing away the food, and you now are able to roll your initiative. We're going to go into initiative.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Who's rolling it?
We're going to be rolling either individually or you can roll it as group. What would you prefer? I'm going to give you that choice because
Let's do individually.
You've done this.
Yeah.
You'd like to do individually?
Yeah. Go
Well,
on.
more chance of one of us staying alive for the stream, right?
Yeah.
Someone's gonna do it.
So did you say it's our agility plus d6? Is that right?
It is agility plus d6. That's right.
Okay.
2.
My armor gives me a bit of a boost, which is nice. 5.
Your armor gives you a boost on agility. It should make it worse.
Well, it says. Oh no, sorry. That's
On agility
that's
tests.
for you. Yes.
Yeah.
Including defense.
Yeah.
It just takes damage away.
Yes.
That is a 3.
2.
That's a 3.
Yeah.
And you got a 2.
Yeah.
And Sean, you got a
1.
Well, I rolled a 1 as well.
Do we roll off again?
Nah,
Cool.
I'll go last.
Okay. Yay.
The dog goes to strike you, diving in. Who goes first? Ellen, I believe. Yes. That is a 3.
3.
Yeah, you go.
So it's
That's the highest.
it's distracted momentarily by the
The
meat.
dog is distracted momentarily. You are able to draw. What weapon do you use?
I've only got the one. It's a bow.
You draw your bow.
Yeah.
You are aiming to kill this dog before it makes its way at you. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Do what you need to do.
Great.
Roll to attack.
Okay.
Ranged is presence.
It's my. What's that?
Presence
It is
for
your
ranged.
presence. It's a D12.
No, difficulty. Yeah, not
Yes.
D12. DR.
Sorry,
Yeah.
difficulty
Yes.
12. Yep.
But it's my D20, same as everything
Yes.
else.
Yes.
That's right. Yep. Absolutely.
Ooh. And what's my?
What is your presence? 0 or
well,
-1.
It's 0 unless I have my evil creatures things up and running. But that's another 12. I don't know what's up with these dice.
Roll a 12. Well,
Yeah.
it meets it, beats it.
Yeah.
These are the roll to cast. That's the roll to cast D20.
Very
Excellent,
good.
Hey.
excellent, excellent.
Like
Ellen,
that's 2
roll-
D20s that keep rolling 12s. I don't know what's
Roll
up.
your damage, please.
That's 1d6. So.
Come on.
Oh, 4.
Nice.
4. Wow. All right.
Dead
Well,
dog.
it bought me some time, which
Yes.
is nice. So
Time to aim.
Well, I think its head was bowed, so I had the time to, silently draw the bow off my shoulder and aim it into the back of this beast.
Yeah. Cool.
Or head if
Yeah,
that's enough damage.
it is a huge beast, and you hit it quite comfortably with a bow shot. Phil, you're up next. What are you intending to do?
You got any weapons come in?
I
You're
have
using a whip.
I have a whip. It's
whip.
It's D2 damage.
Right?
Yeah. So, for narrative purposes, it comes closer so that you can hit it.
Yeah, so it's biting at the meat. It gets the arrow in its shoulder, like it barely and as it turns round, I uncoil the whip, and it's a savage beast, so I attempt to keep it at bay with the whip, wheeling it above my head before striking out with it. That's a strength test, which I'm -1, so I get 12. I rolled a 13.
Wow.
So 12.
Very good. Congratulations. Deal a...
Oh my gosh.
1 damage.
Yep, one damage.
Yeah, I got 2 on my D4, so that's 1 damage.
Okay. And then, Sean, it's your initiative. What would you like to do?
So, look, I did have one idea, but I don't think I can do that in time, and it's too convoluted. So simply, he was going to set a bear trap. So what he's actually going to do instead is he sees these two his two compatriots or people try and go for like more ranged attacks, like getting like further away. The whip has the length, the bow has the length, and he kind of like giggles to himself at the insanity of his plan. And he wheels from the back his warhammer that he keeps, and he goes, "Get it nice and close." And he's gonna go to wallop just a massive swing to try and crush this dog.
Dash his brains out! Dash his brains out!
Kill it.
Yes.
See what you do.
So that's for melee. That is strength. Cool.
Oh my gosh.
Difficulty is 12, and you're rolling a d20.
I feel like Paul Rudd in that Hot Ones of like, who would have thought we'd be here now?
That is a 19 on the die.
Wow.
I was so sure we were immediately gonna get murdered. This is
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And so my warhammer does a d6 worth of damage.
Great. Do a d6
roll
worth
big,
of damage.
Baby, roll big.
Don't let him get it.
Ooh. Sean, tell me how you kill this thing.
Yeah. So he looks and he sees the bow come through. The creature snarls and whips its head up, and it starts to stalk closer forward. The meat dripping from its mouth. An arrow already pierced its shoulder as Jotner beside him lashes out with the whip. It attacks and whips one of his eyes maybe, and this thing just snarls, getting closer. Its heckles coming up. It looks like it's just gaining in size, and then you hear from beside you Von go, "Oh, we're all going to fucking die someday, aren't we?" And he brings out the warhammer. "Gotta get up with the cliffs, don't you?" And swings up, and as the creature is just about to be right at the forefront, snapping more right in front of its face, caves down, and you hear the sickening crack as blood spurts out of its orifices as its skull is just caved in, and the warhammer wedged into the ground, the head underneath, and he's like trying to oh, it's a bit stuck. And the blood and viscera squirts out.
The dog leg kicks a tiny bit, the tail wags and droops. The body shudders and falls.
And
Well,
The forest is quiet.
Well done.
Von kind of turns to the horse as like, "Thanks for your help."
I think since Magar threw her rations, she might just tear a strip off, the bloodied head. Just a strip of meat, raw and bloody.
From the dog.
Yeah.
Roll me.
Well, I don't got a knife.
Roll
so.
me a strength test.
Oh man.
Difficulty 12.
Make sure you don't grab any broken glass.
What'd you roll?
I rolled an 11.
You rolled an 11. Okay. You try and find.
Technically that's 10 because I have a -1.
Okay. You try and find purchase on the dog meat. You end up kind of butchering, pun unintended, in a really poor way. The meat job. You mangle it and get matted black, oily fur into the meats. The meats you can smell. It smells wrong. This dog smells wrong. You can smell its intestines and the things that it has lived off. You can smell the bile that's come up and has been mattered through its throat and into its chest. The
meat is soiled. Shame. And I throw the kind of viscera back down on the floor. But I will retrieve one of my arrows, if that's all good.
Impossible.
Ah,
Afraid
no!
not. No, arrows
Very
cannot be
good.
retrieved.
You
Very
retrieve it, but it's broken and can't be used anymore.
Yeah, arrows
Yeah.
don't work the way that they do, unfortunately, in Lord of the
No.
Rings, where Legolas shoots an arrow and can pull it back. They often break on impact.
I
Yeah.
think you'll find in our D&D rules, actually, you can retrieve half the amount of arrows that you've done with a minimum of 1. So actually,
Weirdly,
Actually.
D&D heroes.
This ain't this
much
ain't D&D.
extra equipment
Yeah.
somehow.
Send D&D, baby.
Maybe it's because they're heroes and not, decaying wretches.
Yeah.
all
maybe.
good, all good.
This is
Well,
D&D, Death and Decay.
All right.
Oh, love that.
You continue along.
Yes.
Okay.
absolutely.
You can see
Following
that the
the red
red
light.
star is getting closer. You are making distance. That potentially this is not a fool's errand. In fact, there is chance. There is hope. There is something that you can find underneath this red point. The prophecies have never been lies. You know this.
I know. it.
Even though Armageddon is happening, maybe there is something here.
Excellent. Well, I am absolutely going to stay true to the course and follow the red light.
Follow your nose.
For something worse comes out of these woods.
Perhaps a horse.
Don't think that the horse is going to like that very much.
A ravenous horse.
You walk and walk and walk, and the weather changes, and it is cold, and it is wet, and it begins to rain, and it
Ooh.
begins to thunder. The mist has turned against you. Nature has turned against you, and it is in that way you are going to need to set up camp.
Ooh. I have a tent.
Anyone have a tent?
This guy.
Does anyone else have a tent?
No.
Cool. You are going to have to hunker down while this storm passes. You can tell that it will pass. It just requires some rest.
No,
Forced
I
or
don't, yeah.
unforced, it might be a night's worth of sleep. It might be just time to catch your breath. We'll see. But importantly, you are going to have to catch some rest. Staying out in the storm is dangerous. You'll catch a cold. You might die.
We'll lose our way if nothing else.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to hunker down?
We're going to find the lee of a tree, like maybe some upturned, some fallen tree. The roots are form like a big wall, which we can push ourselves against to hunker underneath against the wild hurricane winds and lashing rain and hailstones. We'll like find a thing to huddle against and put our meager tent.
One that is rotted at the base and so has started to
Yes.
fell itself over.
The old scout in me is like, we shouldn't camp under a tree. Are you kidding me?
It's not a tree. It's not a tree.
Yeah,
It's like a fallen tree with the roots. Like yeah.
and a hollow tree.
So,
yeah.
Ellen, you set up your
Yes.
tent. Your character sets up a tent,
Yep.
and you are going to hunker down in it,
Yep.
and
I'm
the other two are
assuming-
hunkering down in a tree.
Yeah.
Great.
Not in it.
That'll
Not
make the difficulty a lot easier for you.
yeah.
So, before we get to resting, and
The
before
horse
one of
might
you
be
gets
screwed
healed,
though.
horse will be fine. Horse is a horse.
He's fine.
He's fine.
We bunker under the horse.
So,
He's magical. He's fine.
Ellen,
Mm.
you are rolling a routine toughness roll.
Oh, okay.
You must beat the difficulty of 8.
13.
Okay.
Dice really good.
Sean,
Hello.
you are rolling a difficult toughness roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna die of exposure, guys. Just FYI.
That's alright, because you can live on through your horse.
19 on the die again. For a 22.
Fantastic. This is fine to you. This is actually good.
I live here. This
Yeah.
is where I grew up.
You step out into the wind.
Yeah.
You
it's like,
don't need to be covered.
You know,
This is
usually it's a lot worse than this, actually.
Bill.
I don't see how. 9.
Okay. You have an infection.
Oh goodness.
Can I
from
be?
your wounds,
Oh right, yeah, of
From
course, the wet in the wound, yeah.
the wet and the cough. You have an infection. Ellen, Sean, would you like to heal any damage from combat you've encountered? No, you're fine. That's great.
I don't need to.
I want to. No.
No.
I haven't been hurt.
Yeah. Same.
Phil, would
Yes.
you like to do it or would you like me to?
You can do it.
You will, at the end of this kind of scene, take 1d6 damage
Okay.
from your infection.
Von, I'm not feeling well. I think my wound's infected. Do you have something? One of your elixirs. Ah,
I did have a vial of elixir, but it appears to have smashed and broken in the fight with the dog, unfortunately.
give it to me! That's a lie! It's a lie! Give it to me!
I don't have it.
I'm gonna
wish
attempt.
I could help.
I'm gonna like try and like wrestle it from his coat.
Yes.
I know it's in there.
Okay. Since the game doesn't really have a lot of PvP, you are trying to do a thing.
Yeah.
And so let's make that a strength check because
Yeah.
you are wrestling.
Yeah.
You're grappling.
I'm desperate.
And I'm going to make that a 14. It's difficult. It's not. He's not making it easy, but it's not really hard.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
14, but my strength is -1.
So 13. Wow, that sucks for you.
Oh,
No, the swamp man, the forest man, keeps his potion.
Please,
Unable to get one.
please, I'll be dead by morning. Just
No, you
a
won't.
sip. Just a sip.
You have so much more endurance than you give yourself credit. I believe in you, Yoda.
I'm assuming I don't hear any. Oh no, we are right next to each other.
Yeah.
We will need numbers if we are to survive the perils ahead, Von.
I agree, so hopefully he survives and
You check back up on him in the next hour, and he's like delirious and feverish. He will definitely be dead by morning. You can tell.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Alright,
All three of you. All three of you.
I've tried.
From it. He's
Yeah.
vindictive and
Yeah.
corpulent. He ain't giving him a fucking potion.
I'll pay you 10 silver. 10 silver for your potion. 10 silver.
Now we're fucking talking about role-playing games. This, in old D&D, in the very first editions, money was how you leveled up. That is what is precious to you. Money.
And then he goes, how much do you have?
I'll give you this mirror. It's worth 15 silver. And the silver I promised you. Please.
Can I see it?
He like holds it in his injured hands. Look. A looking glass of true image. Vaughn.
And he'll take the mirror from your hands.
I'm holding on to it. I'm holding on to it. Give me the potion and it's yours.
I'll have a look. I might have an extra one. And he pulls up and he goes, this one would be the one. I reckoned it is, absolutely.
Snatch.
Do you give me?
Yeah, I'll give you. You can have the mirror. Yeah.
You swap the mirror for the potion.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a
Potion is
pretty
all
bad
yours,
trade, but
Sean. The mirror is all yours, Sean. The potion is all yours, Phil. What do you do?
It was a black poison potion. No.
I know what that looks like. I have one.
I know.
All right. Roll a d6 for healing.
Will this cure my infection, please?
It will.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
it stops
goodness.
infection.
But is it like
One
antibiotics that might
healing,
kill you as well?
but I only have 2 health, so
Roll to 1 though.
yeah.
The potion is watered down. It
No!
does the work, but it is watered down. It is, or potentially.
Of course
not,
it
and
is.
Just your physiology is
Yeah.
poor. Even with the best medicines, you are the type of person to reject them.
Oh my God.
Perhaps it's all that inbreeding in your family line. Keeping
Von makes them really fucking strong too.
well, there you go.
It's
Farming.
for
Well, yeah.
body.
Von is an addict,
so-
so
Yeah.
Let's say, let's roll a d12.
A D12.
Anyway,
We'll go with presence.
oh my
Sorry,
God.
roll a d20, difficulty 12.
Presence.
Presence roll.
That's 0. 12.
12. You don't form an addiction. You aren't
Yeah.
going to kill. You aren't going to kill Von in his sleep to get more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is tasty though.
You hunker down. You rest. You don't need to heal, Phil, but you do anyway.
Yeah. I have
And,
terrible dreams.
You
My
have
stomach
terrible dreams. Tell me,
churns.
all three of you, your dreams.
I'm being watched by a crimson eye, bearing down on me, and then from the darkness, hands come to grasp my throat, and as they close and crush my windpipe, I wake in the morning.
Ellen.
Margard is praying, and from her mouth spews a two-headed basilisk, which she cradles briefly, and then taking each head in hand, rents in two, and a beautiful red light fills the rest of her dream as she awakens to the light. Not of the morning or the evening, but purely light.
Sean.
Von is deep in a philosophical conversation with the horse that turns steadily into a heated argument, and soon Von is unaware that what was just one horse in front of him turns out to be an entire circle of horses that appear around him, and he begins to get trampled and stomped and beaten into the ground to death through hooves upon hooves upon hooves, and he cackles and cackles before waking up.
The morning is not morning in the sense that we know it. You have slept. You have awoken. There is no dawn. There is simply the continued black. But that red orb up in the sky, that light, that shining beacon, that guiding star is there. And is it brighter this morning? It's hard to tell, but it could be. It could be brighter. It could be closer, in fact. And it's with that you hear the sounds of, "Lo, fellow travelers. I
Who
see
goes
you are
there?"
well rested."
Good morn.
Good morn.
Who speaketh? Until he'll like scramble up out from the tree and like squint through the grogginess of his crusty eyes until he'll look for the source of the voice.
My name is Ernai. And we have a lot to discuss, you three and I. And at this point, we'll take our break.
Yay!
Yay!
We'll be taking a 10-minute break, and we will be back very shortly. So stay tuned to the stream. We hope you've enjoyed Mork Borg so far. We've been, I think, collectively having a great time. I think so.
Yes.
I'm loving
Love it.
I'm having
Love
a
it.
fantastic time playing this game. I think it's great. Phil, I'm so sad that I didn't kill your character.
I tried very hard.
I know. It was great. I'm a big fan.
I had to give one of my prized possessions away to survive, so I think it's fair.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will be back in 10 minutes. Please share this around with your friends. Please share around with everyone. And thank you once again to our Patreon members for making this happen. If you want to become a patron, the links are down below. So are our socials. So if you've just discovered the stream, we're Roll to Cast, and we make TTRPG podcasts. Thanks so much. 10 minutes, and we will be back with more Mork Borg.
Mork Borg.
Ciao.
Bye. We'll see you in a bit.
Welcome back to
Hello.
Mork Borg.
Hello.
My name's Chris. I'm joined by Ellen, Sean,
Hello.
and Phil.
Hi.
And we are on the dawn of another day. It is
Dawn.
time to read from the book. Psalm 3, verse 2. In the heart of Sarkas, fog and dusk shall breathe beneath the waking trees. That which was hemmed by man shall now hew in its turn. So endeth the lesson. You have awoken. Now, can everyone please cross off a ration from their sheet before we dive into this with this man?
Yeah.
I have none. I'm starving.
I still have 2 left.
I have 2 left after this.
Okay. So, Sean and Phil, you're both fine in terms of, food. Ellen,
Yeah.
how are you going to eat?
Have the raw dog meat.
Yeah, no, the meat was sour. I can't.
Are you gonna buy rations off us?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I guess I will attempt it. How much do you have to spare?
How much is a day's rations?
Yes.
Day's rations in terms of actual monies?
Yeah.
I don't
How much?
think
I'll let you decide
Oh
that.
no,
This
that's
is
a
the
barter
wild.
system. But how much do you have to spare?
I've got 2 rations, so I could give her
I've got 2
I could
days. Yeah.
potentially give a ration.
Yes. I will need to be able to make it to our quest.
Spare you a little food today because you came unprepared. A little compensation would be appreciated.
I
Ow.
see.
Yeah.
How is 10 silver?
Just make it 15.
12.
Very good.
If not for me, the wolf would be at your
Yes, very good, very good.
neck.
I mean,
Excellent.
if not for me, its head wouldn't have been caved in. But
And
that
this, so it's like so
Make the changes on your sheets, please. Make sure that
Excellent.
you are keeping up to date with how much silver you have.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
may be important later on.
Don't worry.
Um,
I've got a calculator.
may I also, as it's a new day, brew my new concoctions? It's important
do.
to note. It's important to note that the concoctions are from yesterday. They lose their vitality after 24 hours. So because they were not used, they no longer. So I lose 1 potion of the black what was it? The dark black poison. And I lose 1 potion of the elixir, but I get to roll 2 new potions.
What do you discover?
Any of them
I-
eaten?
Well.
Potions?
Funnily enough, he's like, "Ugh." The first one he does is he goes, "Oh, these elixirs have lost their vitality. Well, I suppose I can make 2 more." So he makes 2 more of the elixirs because he needs to heal, and others need to heal as well, and that's opportunities to get more money and more little trinkets.
Sure is.
And the second one,
we have like a finite amount of gold that we're just passing around between us.
the other one he rolls is I rolled a 1, which is 3 potions of red poison.
Nice.
Which is it's a toughness DR12 or minus D10 HP. So it's a good one to have. So he goes, the black poison is a bit boring. Let's shake it up a little bit. And maybe I think he forages nearby the campsite early in the morning to scrounge about and finds a few kind of like a discarded herb, a decaying, like a bit of foliage here to concoct the red, the dirty red vial that is the red poison for the day.
Very
and he has
good.
3 of those.
Very good. I'll let you keep track of those, Sean.
Yes,
But you were introduced to a man.
that's right.
He stands in front of you, about 50 meters away. He's fairly close.
You say We have a lot to talk about. Do you know who we are? You must have us at a disadvantage.
No, I simply wish to speak to you and show you what these woods hide. You are after what lies below.
And what are you after, stranger?
Companionship and friendship, of course. I wish to know those who would follow in the wake of the red.
It's your faith.
I pray, of course, to the true gods.
I see. And are these gods above or below us?
With us at all times.
Well, we are heading towards the red to try and stave off the ending of all times.
You've heard of the end of all times, yes?
I know our world appears to be doomed. This is true. I know this. But friends, we must not go alone into that black abyss, but with others. Those of us who are brave enough and bold enough to seek out options.
Together. Well, appearances are everything, so...
If you will join us in life and join us in death, then we may walk along the same path.
Come then. Come, follow me. And
What's
he
his
walks
name again?
off. I forgot actually what name I gave him.
Started with an E.
Was it Yvonne?
That sounds right.
Let's call it Yvonne.
Evil or Yvonne?
Yvonne. 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 Like Vaughn, but with a E at the start of it.
Great. Yvonne beat Vaughn. Vaughn Yvonne.
Yeah.
Great. Beautiful. We've done it. Yeah, let's head forward.
You seem to know these
we
woods.
As we're kind of walking, also kind of Vaughn will call over his shoulder. Jota, how are you feeling this morning? You feeling better?
Somewhat, as well as one can. The wound in my hand has closed, at least. I believe you watered down that potion you gave me.
You're very welcome.
Cost me a pretty... I hope you enjoy looking at your ugly face in that mirror.
Well, I haven't yet, but I've got all the time in the world. I will in due time.
We will have time should we succeed. If not, then your reflection may be your last point of comfort.
There is
You're
no...
really jolly in the morning, aren't you?
There is no comfort, there is no success, only temporarily. I am a nihilist. Nothing good can come of anything. Did you not know? Every prediction of the basilisk has come true, and so the end of the world will come true too. There is no point in raging against the light, against the dying of the light, only in taking what coin we can from fools who believe so.
I had a wonderful night, just saying.
And you, Yvonne, do you believe that there is hope yet to stay the tail of the basilisk crushing down on us?
Not us. And with this, I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
Right. Fuck yeah.
Roll instead with the D6. Roll with a D4 as you are caught. I'll leave it up to you. Would you like to roll as group initiative or individually?
Oh, absolutely individually.
Prefer individually? Okay, rolling a D4 instead of a D6 for agility, as you are all caught flat-footed.
And also, yeah, Vaughn was, as you could see, eating his rations. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you say D4 with
4.
plus agility.
Agility. Yep.
Dang.
gets 4.
4.
I think with my armor that leaves me at a 1. I rolled a 3.
I got a 3 as well. So I'm on 3. Von is on 3. Sorry.
Armor shouldn't take away from your agility, Ellen.
Okay. There's
yeah.
agility tests, but
Just
if it's
agility
just
tests.
oh, okay.
Just
then,
initiative, that's fine. So what
right,
was your?
so it's
Ellen?
a 3. It's a
Ellen
3.
gets a 3.
As does Sean.
Sean
Von
gets-
also gets Sean. Von also gets 3. Von gets Sean. Sean gets Von.
I'll leave it up to you who goes first. But of the two of you, you can pick. I'm happy.
You can go first, Ellen, because Von was eating his rations, so he's extra
Okay.
distracted.
No worries.
And speaking of distracted, Phil, would you please roll a d4? Thank you.
4 again.
4. Fantastic. There are
Oh.
5 guards.
Jesus Christ.
They will roll with d6 to see when they go, because they are going to group act as they are coordinated and moving together. They're going to roll a d6 with no bonuses. We'll see what they get.
Yay.
Okay.
A 5. That beats all of you. They're all going to act before you.
We're
Oh.
dead. We're all dead.
Amazing.
We're all dead.
It's nice knowing you all. I'd say it was nice, but it's actually been terror.
Pretty dreadful.
What's our horse doing?
It is far back.
Oh damn. Fuck.
He doesn't fight.
Believe
He
it.
doesn't fight.
Had you used that spell that we talked about earlier, you would have
Yeah.
realized that this guy was evil.
Hey,
Whoops.
you did
See-
foreshadow that.
I did say that it would
I
come up.
was thinking that, but I was thinking that it was more for creatures and not people. Bummer.
You know what they say when you think you make an ass out of you and me.
Yeah. It does say it's evil creatures, but I did stress evildoers earlier.
Right.
But
You did.
I understand why you'd fixate on the creatures part in that text. for
My
sure.
bad.
Yeah, yeah.
No, not at all. Not
Whoops.
at all.
Whoops.
It's Mork Borg, baby.
Yeah, it is. And speaking of, you are surrounded on all sides as
Right.
Yvonne, maybe not his real name, has lured you into a trap. Has
Dude.
lured you straight into a clearing, and you are surrounded on all sides.
Surrounded on all sides, like Von's fucking dream.
Yeah.
man.
Horses around him. Fuck yeah.
The prophecy is coming true. Wait until they start snapping necks, like in your dream, Ellen.
My dream was I was like strangled to death.
Yeah.
Mine
well,
was that
might
I
happen.
vomited a basilisk. So
Hmm.
let's hope mine comes true. I don't know.
Yes, they are. These men that surround you are equipped with short swords and their sharp teeth, which they have filed as they sneer at you into points. The blood and black pox marks around their mouths show how hungry and embittered they are. Their leader, Yvonne, not his real name, is clearly some sort of patsy, but still himself is throwing a short sword and is ready to go. They make attacks on all of you, and we will go one by one, and we will decide with a roll of a die who gets attacked.
Oh great, so it could be the same person every time. I love
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to start with 1, and so you remember in Mork Borg, I don't roll attacks, you roll defense.
Yes.
So let's see who gets attacked first. The first person who attacked is... Oh, I should probably give you numbers before I roll. Sean is 1, 2, Ellen is 3, 4, and Phil is 5, 6.
I'm 1 and 2.
Okay.
3 and 4.
Sean, you get attacked first.
Ah, fucking bring it.
Yvonne attacks you, swinging with his short sword at you. Please roll a defense roll, which is your agility.
Yeah, I got a whopping 2, so that's not gonna cut it.
Ouch.
Okay, you are hit for 1d4 damage.
I could die. I have 4 hit points.
Do
by
you
the way.
have any armor?
No.
Oh.
Please roll 1d4.
Which D4 have I?
It's
right here.
it is over for us. 5. I've rolled D4. 4.
1.
Hey, very lucky. All right, Sean, you take 1 point of damage as Evil Von attacks Von and a cut across the arm. It nicks you. These blades are not sharp; they are rusty and dull. You may need to check for infection later on.
And you simply hear from Von.
What did we hear?
What do we hear?
If you screamed, that was your mic peaking. Otherwise,
It was him cackling with gleeful laughter.
Okay.
Lovely,
Excellent,
lovely.
great. It was too powerful for the
The
mic.
next person to be attacked is Sean.
Yeah!
Roll your defense. Please.
Yes. Kill him.
Oh dear, oh dear.
That is a 4.
You are hit for 1d4 damage.
And I got a 4.
Oh, you're dead. As
Also, I hate those D4s.
So,
I
Sean,
hate the way they're laid out.
Are
Are you dead?
Yeah, he's absolutely dead.
Zero.
Dead?
You are into the negatives. You are not broken. You are dead.
I'm dead!
Please describe how the others fall upon you.
It is exactly as his dream suggested. I feel like they're in conversation, having that kind of talk with Yvonne, and there's that little kind of like strange inkling, like where he realizes, oh, why does this feel familiar? Where it's kind of exactly like the trees were placed exactly where he sees in his dream, and then he realizes he's surrounded not by horses, but by individuals. And before he like turns to clock it, there's immediately one stab straight into his shoulder. He cackles with glee enough to kind of like turn around to look to the other direction, and a sword just goes straight through the front of his neck, piercing at the other end. And his laugh goes into a and the sword goes out, and he crumples lifelessly to the floor, a permanent, like, etched laugh on his face. Bye, everyone!
bye. Excellent.
Just
Well,
the way he
thanks-
always wanted.
Thanks for absorbing two of.
Thanks
for absorbing 2 of the attacks.
Yeah, you're
Keep-
welcome.
Sure.
No worries.
You're more than welcome to continue eating your noodles.
Keep
I
trying
finished
it.
my noodles.
Finish my noodles.
Damn it.
I
And there's no
actually
point for you to die.
might legitimately go make a coffee in a moment.
Hey, that's completely fair.
Yeah, we'll be alright. We won't be.
The third of this bandit group attacks.
Now it's 50-50.
Let's see who they attack. It's 50-50. Ellen, you are 1, 2, and 3.
Cool.
Phil, you are 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, your odds went up, baby.
And that's a 5. Phil.
Oh no!
So, is it
Your
right that
meaty
you have to roll a 1 or Phil is dead on damage?
I get a toughness check first.
Well, he has to defend.
It's
Yeah.
toughness, isn't it?
It's
Yes, so-
agility.
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 God, even if it was toughness, I couldn't have survived.
DR12 is agility.
Yeah, so agility plus your d20 to beat a 12.
Agility's -1. Awesome. 16.
You are fine. You managed to avoid an attack. That's 3
That's
of the
it?
attackers down. How do you dodge? What happens?
They come out of the woods, glowering in their tattered hoods drawn over. 2 of them fall upon my companion, stabbing him to death, and then I kind of scramble back towards his body as another one jabs his sword into the earth between my legs.
The 4th one makes the attack. And that's at Ellen.
Okay, that's me. So I have to roll my defense.
Yes.
Now it does. You say it's plus. It's a 12, right?
Plus,
I think it's a.
if you've got your armor, it'll
Well,
add
it's a
to-
14, right? Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Rough.
What did you roll?
13.
13. With no
Yeah.
pluses?
Nah,
Well, that's a shame.
it is a
Armor
shame.
does make you slow. You are more likely to be hit, but you can soak some damage. What armor type do you have? You have medium armor?
Tier 2, so it says minus D4 damage.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So, Ellen, I'd like you to roll a d4 for me.
Right?
First.
Okay.
So you could soak all of this.
That's a 3.
and I'd like you to roll the second d4.
Okay. That's a 4.
You soak all of the damage.
Hey!
All the soaking. Your armor. These weapons are not military grade. They aren't well looked after. They aren't well kept. And so the short sword is turned away and in fact breaks in the assailant's hand. He does still have his teeth, though.
Yes.
And it's the fifth one. The fifth one is going to make their attack.
Well, flip a coin.
See what happens.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that it?
Yeah,
Yep.
1, 2, 3. You're 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
That's a 5.
Ah, fuck.
Amazing.
Time to roll your defense, buddy.
You know what? I'm just gonna sit
17.
back, relax.
Sorry,
17.
17.
One comes from, like, he scrambles back from one, the sword goes, like, in between his legs, and then one looms over from behind. Ah! And then he dives to the side, and out of the way. Yep.
Phil, it's your turn.
I'm gonna flee into the woods.
Okay,
Yeah.
you are fleeing.
I'm fleeing, yeah.
Not what I expected.
Well,
It's a great idea.
One guy just got murdered. They swung at me twice. There's
Yep.
5 of them and 2 of us, plus a horse, who's not going to help. So I'm running away. I feel like this is easily the best decision.
Okay, I will let you know that the difficulty is 14 because you are surrounded. So it is not impossible, but
Yeah.
you are making a agility roll.
I would like to use an omen, please.
Sorry?
I'd like to
Absolutely
use an omen, please. What are the options for omens?
So I'll just read them to you now. Let me just pull it up. Omens.
Oh yeah, how do you use omens?
Nearly there. Omens. You can deal maximum damage with an attack.
No.
Reroll a dice or someone else's.
Maybe
You
that
can
one.
Lower damage dealt to you by d6. You can neutralize a crit or a fumble.
No.
Or you can lower one of the test's difficulty by 4.
So I could have re-rolled a dice to see if I could have saved that.
You can,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah. How many omens did you have, mate?
I had 1.
Do you want to roll a d6 to see if you survive the attack?
Look, let's
Yeah.
fucking why
Do
not?
it. You do it.
Back
Do
from
it.
the dead. Yeah.
It's one of those like,
Damn it.
it
Lower
hit.
the-
What's that? Sorry, Chris.
Roll a d6 and lower. Do you want to lower the d6 or do you want to re-roll the attack against you? What would you prefer?
Let's re-roll. Like I have to try and defend again, so I'll re-roll the d20 if that makes sense.
Just let you know, yeah, that the damage will stand. We won't re-roll that.
Yeah.
So yeah. No,
The damage was.
If you still get hit, you get the same damage and you'll die.
We won't change
Yes,
that.
yes. So this is just to do. This is basically I'm using my omen. So do I roll the d6 or do I just do the
You do
d20?
d20 if you're re-rolling the attack again. You're re-rolling your defense. Yep. So it's an
Yep.
agility at DR12.
That is right. Let's see if he somehow.
I would have
survives
lowered
this.
it by d6, but that's just me.
Now I want to make it harder.
Yeah.
Yes, you have it harder, but that's okay.
Yeah, swing, baby.
It was on a 14 and then it rolled onto a 6 at the last second.
No. Rough.
Sorry to hear that, Sean.
You're still definitely dead.
Yes.
However, had I rolled a d6,
Yeah, if you roll a d6,
I rolled a 1.
that would have put you at broken. Roll a d4 for me, just to
Yeah, a d4.
See if you would have died anyway.
Why not?
And then I got a 2.
You would have
Lost an arm.
been unable to act for d4 rounds, then become active with d4 health. You would have
Amazing.
broken a limb or lost an eye.
That's in the alternate universe, Bond. But this
Yes.
Bond dies.
So Phil, you are doing what with your omen?
I'll lower the difficulty by 4.
Great.
So
you
10?
are on difficulty 10.
So I've got -1 agility, so it's just under 50% chance.
Yeah.
I fail, yeah.
Okay.
I got a
You
3.
Try and run.
No! And I rush forward, and then 2 of them step in front. No! I turn around. 2 more crowd in. Groaning, or whatever it is bandits do. Oi! Something like that.
Licking their lips.
Yeah.
But yeah, I use my turn to flail around this closing circle of people ineffectively.
This one has good meat on him.
It's just furs. It's just furs.
Ah, look at that.
There's nothing to me.
That's animal meat on him. He's good eating.
No,
Smell it on him.
no.
Comes from rich stock. Alan, what would you like to do?
Oh, damn it! I was hoping
How many
maybe
omens do you have, out of curiosity?
I have one.
Okay.
I have one
well,
omen.
I've got one more omen.
I was thinking of call me boring, but trying my same strategy again. But
And
cutting
shooting
my
arrows?
cutting my purse and maybe trying to get the heck out of Dodge.
Oh, the
Distract.
distract. Hey, look, I think fighting 5 guys is going to be the worst decision ever, so any other decision is going to be good at this point.
This was like it's the most and I have a lot of silver, unfortunately, which I'm going to now lose.
Oh,
as,
just chuck it. Get rid of it.
Yeah. Essentially, she'll take the pouch, jostling the silver within, and chuck it so that it spills out. And then I'd like to try and, I don't know, maybe get on the horse and fuck up.
You can't get on the horse because the horse doesn't like anyone.
That's right.
And it is better than all of you.
Well, then I would. I'm like bad at agility, but I'm not. I don't think I can fight 5 people.
No, I don't
what
think
you're
so.
going to do is you are going to make a flee roll, which is an agility test.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty simple action. You have
Okay.
distracted them.
Okay,
So
good.
I'm going to ask for the difficulty rating is 10.
Yeah. Should I? What can you do with omens again? You can lower the difficulty. You
By
can
4. Reroll.
Yeah. Reroll.
Yours or an opponent's. You can reduce damage by d6, and you can negate a fumble or a crit.
Okay.
And you can deal max damage with
Max
1 hit,
damage, yeah.
Yeah. Great.
rather
Okay.
than having
Well.
to roll damage.
Yeah. I think I'll roll and then we'll see what happens.
Might need a
Okay,
reroll,
so you're
yeah.
not going to difficulty. You're not going to lower the difficulty.
I don't
must
think
do it.
so.
You must declare it before it happens.
Yeah, but I could re-roll.
You could reroll,
yes.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, which I think is a better. I don't know. It's much of a muchness, isn't
Because
it?
they're 2 coin flips, so it's pretty much the
depends
same,
on
yeah.
what you got.
I did the harder one because it's more fun.
Yeah.
It's hard to say which is better. I think 2 rolls might be better in this circumstance.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Okay, so I rolled a 5. I'd like to use my omen
Great.
to re-roll.
Yep.
What was the DV again?
10.
Meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it. But did you roll a 10?
Oh shit! Yes, of course.
You
but
got
my
you have
agility is
-1.
lesser.
And you have
mine
and you have medium armor on as well, which lowers your
you also
agility
have
even
armor,
further.
So that's actually a 12. That was the difficulty anyway.
Yeah, never
You
mind.
scatter your coins amongst the bandits, and rather than picking these up, rather than being fully distracted, they recognize that there's probably more on you, and that you were a wealthy person. It's better to capture you or kill you than it is to
Fight over the coins.
Just
Yeah.
fight over the coins.
Can't eat coins,
organized
can we
team.
now? Can't eat
Yeah.
coins, but we will eat you.
Phil, how loyal is your horse?
The way you described it, not very.
Not really at all. He's his own being. He's a magical horse. He has some sort of weird sense of duty to the royal family that we once were part of, but he hates me personally.
Yeah. Roll a d12 for me. Roll a d20, thanks.
Yeah.
Tell me what you get.
He's loyal to the family, but I suck. So
Yes, you do.
I got a 9.
What's your presence?
-1.
He is disloyal to you now, and he is going to try and flee. So roll.
Oh
a
no,
d20.
no! Presence is 0, so I got a 9. Yeah, a solid 9.
Roll a d20. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
trying to. He is no longer under your charms. He is no longer under your presence.
I got a 1.
For him trying to flee.
Yes. That was the second roll of d20. Yeah, I got a 1.
Well, he panics,
No.
rears up,
He thinks he's so
bounds
smart.
up into the. He's a smart horse, but he is not. Maybe he's too smart in the human way and not smart enough in the horse way.
Yeah, that's right.
he-
Too smart for his own good.
Spooks, startles, trips over his own hooves, begin to bound away, kicking up dirt and pine needles, and trips on a log, breaking his neck.
I've lost both my companions already.
There's your meat.
They might go for that.
Oh my god, that might save us. That might save us.
We
That'd be
are
amazing.
powered from the sins of the earth. The horse is good eating.
They aren't going to be distracted by that because horse meat
Damn
will
it.
keep for a little bit.
Oh my
Damn it.
god.
Kill you all. Ellen,
let's
you
give
are
it a
1, 2, and
shot.
3, 4, 5, and 6 for Phil.
Five attacks. Five
Oh, man,
attacks.
I
There's
tried.
5 of these people. I have two health.
Roll defense.
So it's agility, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hits me. I got a 7.
Okay, roll the d4.
Jesus Christ.
That's 3, which would kill me except for my fur armor.
Yep. Which saves you.
So 1 and
Okay.
2. That's minus 1 damage. So it's 2 damage.
You take 2 damage. You
broken.
are broken. You are on 0 HP.
Yeah. So
Roll the d4.
he rushes forward. After all our gambits and stuff, we two of us close together, backs to one another. Myself and Margar. The horse runs off. You hear the sick snap of its neck, and they close in. Swing of the sword. I got a 3.
Roll a d2 for me.
1.
Okay, you are hemorrhaging blood. You will die in 1 hour.
And he guts me. Just like plunges a sword into my gut, twists it once, pulls out. Oh gods, oh gods, oh the gods below. He sinks to his knees. Do you want me to roll the D2 hours?
Did you
Now?
not roll the d2 hours yet? No? Okay.
I don't think it's going to matter much because I think another one's about to attack you. Phil.
Yeah, 2 hours. So I'm not bleeding
hours.
that badly. Yeah.
Well, that's actually good. All your tests are only difficulty 16 instead of difficulty 18.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Everything.
He crumples to his
Everything.
knees,
Difficulty.
pressing his hands against this gaping wound as the bandits laugh and whoop and cheer amongst themselves.
It's the second bandit's turn.
Yeah.
At 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Here we go.
yeah.
There you go.
Phil.
Yeah, so difficulty 16. Here we go.
Difficulty 16.
I believe.
We have no omen. You have no omens left.
So I got a 17. I have 1 omen left. I got 17, which
Yep.
minus 1 agility is 16.
Meets it, beats it.
So one of them goes to like cut off my head, and I just like duck it ever so at the last moment.
The third attack.
Yep. Keep them coming. I
love
believe.
this game.
I believe.
Ellen.
Yeah, that's
Hey!
it. Hey,
You're gonna die first. You're gonna die first.
Roll your defense.
You're gonna die first. I
okay.
bet. No one kills me.
D14.
D14 for you.
16.
You soak you dodge the attack.
Yeah.
Swing out of the way as this one who lost his sword is now trying to bite at you with his
Yeah.
sharpened teeth.
I think
Those-
she just, yeah, like with her arms kind of pressed firmly on its shoulders, it keeps the gnashing teeth just away from her neck, and maybe gives it a little kind of shove backwards kind of thing.
Yeah. I'll eat your face like I did that witch hunter.
Yeah, I thought so.
Didn't eat his
Fair
face. Didn't even eat his face. That's a lie. He didn't eat his face.
It's true.
I was gonna say plenty of face left.
Yeah.
It's a
Eat
lie.
everything except the face.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Me again.
As well.
Me again.
Yes, you.
Okay, so
Difficulty
16. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a dirty 1. Is that enough? I can use my last omen to re-roll.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's great.
Yeah, I would.
11. 11.
11.
Is that enough? Is that enough to beat 16? No. Damn, I didn't feel like it was going to be enough. No. I think it's under that.
1d6 for 1d4
math.
for me, please.
The math don't math there.
Oh, well that's a 4. So my fur armor cannot soak that. So yeah.
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 Yeah, I might be
like
dead, I
to
think.
describe
You're dead.
How the
So-
royal lineage, the blue-blooded bloodline of Bonza of the South.
The Suglans, the
Dies.
last noble of Suglans, under the pale light of the red star. The bandits close in steadily, their blades, rusty blades, glinting red in the dying light, and he's just swarmed that blow to that gutting blow in his midriff. Drops into his knees, and then you just see the bandits fall upon him, blades rising again and again before his shrieks of pain are cut short.
Ellen,
Great. Why am I
One
always
more.
the last left?
one more attacker.
The final girl.
It's your turn to defend.
Great.
They
Okay.
make an attack against you. Your
All
difficulty
right.
is +2, so it's 14 that you need to beat.
Okay. What's that?
I don't know. You tell me.
It rolled off my tray. An 18 on this
Hey!
beautiful little spiky ball.
What the hell?
Bends. Ellen,
I'm changing dice every time. They don't know which way to get me.
you
the
describe
luck
how
doesn't
you
know how to follow me.
describe how you defend against these attacks or this
Oh.
attack. In this
You
fight.
you block 2 this turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I think. Oh, let's go for rule of cool, right? It's the armor itself. Like, I think it just kind of chunks and snaps off, like, as she just kind of stands there amidst the chaos, almost cackling to herself of, you know, if nothing else, the end will claim us all.
Ellen,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Jesus
What would you like to do? Can I recommend doing
Can I take
something that I
myself
think
out?
not a lot of people have? I recommend attacking. Big fan of that one.
I didn't get a chance to attack. I died.
There's literally 5 of them.
And just to let you know, Alan, there is no penalty for attacking ranged in melee. It's
Great.
all narrative. It
Okay.
doesn't change it.
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of, and if there is, I don't care. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think there is.
yeah. I guess I got nothing to lose. I can't really run. We want some action.
Go up
Go
to
out.
the leader.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna
that you can-
try
Yeah.
and
Try and fuck with their morale.
yeah.
sure. Yeah, these bloodthirsty.
I'll
I'm
let you
sure
know,
they
Ellen.
Have a lot of loyalty.
There's a mechanic for the morale, so yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, either way, that's not great for me. What is it?
It's presence.
Yeah. No, that's a 3.
That's a
very
3.
nice.
That's
That's-
unfortunate.
yep. It is unfortunate.
By arrow. It's another arrow as well, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
8 arrows left.
Not that you're gonna get a chance to use them all.
Well, let's rather than having Ellen roll a bunch of dice, Phil, would you be so? Sean, you've been out of the action. For
Yeah,
a while.
yeah. Have Sean do it.
Time
Have
just
Sean
to
do it.
roll Ellen's defense. Please roll
Absolutely.
the 20. The difficulty is, I believe, 14. Ellen.
Yes, with the +2. Yeah.
Yep.
And what's your agility?
Nothing.
Right. Okay.
So there's no additions or subtractions.
Nope.
And what do you have to beat?
14.
Why is it higher?
Armor.
It's
Ar-
The
Armor would make
armor
it.
adds to the difficulty level. It doesn't take away from my roll.
Oh, that sucks.
It
You're
sets-
easier
yeah, it
to.
sets the
You're
DD
easier
higher.
to.
You
You're
get
easier to
easy,
hit.
but You soak damage more.
Oh my god, that's so
Yeah.
horrible.
Sean, what did we roll?
14.
Very good. Meets the beat. The
Okay.
first attack goes is dodged deftly by the only woman
Strange
standing.
priestess.
Yeah,
We-
the crazed priestess.
You're sort of saying that you're just wearing it.
Just to roll the next one.
You're saying you're just like catching it all on your armor, though, right?
Yeah.
You're just standing there, and they're like, ding, ding.
It's almost like she just brings her arms out and starts praying in an eldritch kind of manner.
15.
15.
What?
Another dodge.
What
Your
the hell?
agility is great. You are able to dodge and weave and soak blows.
Without me
moving out of
comes
the
the
way.
end of all things.
And I'm gonna say, for a system narrative sense, that because you aren't getting hit and soaking the blows, you're actually dodging. It's an
Okay,
agility
yeah.
roll. That
Yeah.
you are actually like, even in this heavy army, you are being nimble. You are being deft. You are able to move and dodge
Yeah.
and weave. The third attack, Ellen, would you be so kind as to roll a d20?
Sure.
This is when Ellen fails.
Oh my! It's a 19.
You dodge again.
I don't like being the last one standing. I'd much rather have died.
Sean, the
Yeah.
fourth attack.
Somebody kill her! Somebody kill that witch!
You were right, Yvonne. We all meet our end. What is Sean doing? I don't understand.
Rolling in the open, 17.
17.
What is happening?
Bill, roll it.
I assure you, everyone, if I could have died, I would have.
13.
died.
13.
13.
Hey, fucking
13.
finally.
Finally.
Just.
Yeah.
Sean, roll a d4 for me, please. Roll a
Is
d4
that-
for me.
yeah.
Ellen will roll
This-
her armor. So
Okay.
Sean is rolling the damage.
Where's my D4 gone? That's a 3.
What do you roll, Sean?
4.
You
Hey!
take 1 point of damage.
Oh my god!
How much health do you have left?
4.
Okay, your turn.
This is gonna take so long. Just
Can you
say
make an attack against the leader? I think is a recommendation.
That's
Yes.
what I'm. Yeah, that's what I
Yvonne.
tried to do last time.
Keep.
Yvonne.
Fuck me! No, that's
Yvonne.
another 3.
Why are you
Okay.
rolling amazing? You're the one that's making this go longer. Your defense is amazing, but your attacks are shit. So
I'm
that's
literally not doing anything. Nice.
All right.
It's the accursed.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna ask that you roll Ellen presence, and I'm gonna make it a should not be possible, because frankly this should not be possible. If you can roll a DV 18 presence roll, they will think of you as some sort of divine holy figure.
Right. It did not happen.
Okay,
It's a,
cool.
it's a 5.
that sounds right. That sounds right.
They still want to kill you. So Sean, roll me a defense roll for Ellen.
What if she really is holy? Shut up and stab her!
Natural 20.
What is happening? What is happening? Is it literally the gods?
Ellen, you get a free attack against them.
Oh my god. Well, fuck. Okay.
I'm gonna say that this was the leader.
Oh my god.
Make another attack against the leader.
Please survive this fight. It'd be ridiculous.
It's an 11, so I don't think that does.
That's a miss.
With presence, no plus ones.
No plus ones unless I had my thing running, which I don't, because
Do
we
you
already
want
know it's evil.
Do you want to have it running?
I think it truly for the to be book accurate.
Yes.
It's a defend thing, and it's +2 against any beings discovered this way.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yep, fair
yeah,
enough.
so
Okay.
unfortunately.
The next one makes an attack. Sure.
Alright.
Phil, would you roll the Ellen's defense?
Fucking hell.
Roll shit.
7.
Hey!
There we go.
Good hit, Ellen.
Okay.
Sean, would you please roll the damage a d4, and
Yeah.
Ellen, would you please roll the armor soak a d4.
Oh, you're not gonna like this.
4.
4.
It's a 4.
And I rolled 3.
Okay, Ellen, you soak the damage.
Okay. 3 more guys.
Sean, your turn to roll the defense. It's the third one.
Clang, clang, clang.
One. You fumble. Okay, here we go. They finally get their way. They
Right.
finally start breaking through your armor. Ellen, you fumbled your defense roll. Well, Sean rolled it. But well, Ellen did.
The
Ellen,
character. Hey.
I will let you know that the PC is going to take double damage,
Yeah.
and your armor is reduced 1 tier.
Okay.
I am going to rule it that you are reduced before you take the negate.
Yeah.
So, Phil, be so kind for me as to roll Ellen's damage a d4, and then Ellen roll a d2 to see how much damage you take.
Okay. So I just halve a D4, right?
I'm so sorry, Ellen. I rolled a 4, so that's 8 damage.
and I rolled a 1, which is what, 0.5? That doesn't work.
No, it's a 1.
Doesn't work.
It's 1.
That
Becomes a
is,
1.
7 damage.
We did it, everyone.
Ellen,
We did it.
You are
I'm
under
dead.
0.
Yeah, -2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are dead.
Yes.
Ellen, please describe to us how the final sword makes its way through, breaks your armor, and your character, the holy priest or unholy destroyer, the apostate,
Yeah.
the heretic.
I'd like this to tie into my dream somehow. So I think what happens is probably the leader, Yvonne, not their real name. You said they had a short sword, correct?
Yes, yeah.
I believe that they, whilst Marga is kind of chanting to herself in the middle of the ruckus, Yvonne charges forth, blade out, and just down the head, carves Marga's head in twain. And her body just kind of, like the two-headed basilisk, as she
Or an Easter egg.
drops to her knee. Or an Easter egg, or a Kinder egg, a Kinder surprise. You don't
In
want what's
this-
inside.
In this moment, with torchlight in the dark forest, above the red star, which with your death flickers and fades out of existence. 3 human corpses are stacked on top of each other. Bear traps are laid around the bodies. Rudimentary traps, poison needles, broken glass are thrust into their pockets. The pieces of silver, the last remnants of the civility that these characters showed to each other, are picked up from amongst the pine needles on the ground. Our adventurers are dead. They have failed in their task. No one will remember them. No one will find anything that reminds them of the trail of good that they have left. They have died in a dying world. The Sarkash forest has more blood to feed the trees. And what was made by man has been unmade by man. And this is where our story ends. For Mork.
And not a minute too soon.
We were neither Mork nor Borg.
Thank
I
you
think we
very much for
definitely got
staying with
murked.
us. Thank you very much for my luck as a DM, where dice rolls just begin to get
Oh my god.
chaotic, like Dark Heresy.
Yeah.
But thank you very much. Thank you very much for staying with us. I think we finished with a good 15 minutes left to spare.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to Ellen, Sean, and Phil for playing Mork Borg for the first time.
Bam! Yay!
I know for myself it won't be the last time that I've fallen in love with this game. This is probably comfortably one of my favorite games now. I'm so excited to pick this up and play it with you three and with more people. I think this will be regular rotation for our Patreon monthly games, certainly when I'm running. This is a fantastic game. I'm so grateful to all three of you for coming along with me in this fun journey of dark horrors. The fantasy, the genre is not fantasy. It is not supposed to be unrealistic. It is harsh and cruel and dark, and I love that. Thank you, Jen.
Holy shit! Sorry, Adam. Welcome Adam to the chat. Sorry, Adam Costello, who first got me into Cthulhu
Hello.
years upon years ago. So
Hi.
you can blame my fascination on the Cthulhu system to that. Sorry to jump on that, but that was just
No,
that just took me by
thanks for
surprise.
joining us, Adam.
And what a great system for doing, just a quick one-off of
Oh my
like
god.
of despair and horror. A few hours to kill a few characters off, revel in their demise. Excellent stuff.
Yeah. God.
So I
God, those
had
rolls
other
were with
notes.
us.
I had other notes. I had another adventure. I was expecting you guys to get wise to Yvonne pretty quick, but we didn't, and that's okay. because it ended as it should have.
Yeah,
Love
exactly. Exactly.
In blood.
We reveled. I've never seen people revel more at dice rolls at trying to kill the players.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
truly.
yeah.
just,
What a lot of fun.
At a certain point.
If you like this video, please like it, please share it with friends. If you're a Mork Borg fan and you are happy with how we've ran this, please give us comments down below. If you aren't happy with how we run it and you want to improve our experience with the game, or you think of ways that we could get better at playing it, please let us know. We're always open for constructive criticism. We run a TTRPG podcast called Roll to Cast. Please subscribe, please check it out. We do a different game each season, and we have played games like Pulp Cthulhu, like Sean's mentioned before, Kids on Bikes with Ellen, The Witcher, and Cyberpunk with Phil. I've played Vampire the Masquerade, and we are Avatar: The Last Airbender, the game for that. We are also halfway through our Starfinder season, led by the fantastic Sean, and we'd love for you to check that out if you've enjoyed today. If you want to support us, Patreon is how this happened, and where we grow as content creators. So if you like what we do, head to the Patreon. You can give a minimal or you can give a maximum, however you want to support us. Every little bit helps, and I think I speak for all four of us when I say it's a fantastic way to show your support.
Yeah.
If you can't afford that, share the videos, share the podcast, share the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting?
Next month is Phil's turn to jump into the Rodcast live chair. So you'll be looking for Phil's choices. If you're one of our patrons that can vote, you can vote. Otherwise, we'll be back same bat time, same bat channel with Phil in the chair.
Yeah.
Make him do Mork Borg. Join the Patreon.
Maybe I'll put Mork Borg. I'm thinking of doing some things in a similar vein that are very simple, kind of choppy ones. I've done a couple of like continuations recently, so I might throw in like Everyone is John, Mork Borg, and something like Fishblade. You know, something that is just really dumb and simple, and gross. We might do that. We'll say we just finished our run at the Adelaide Fringe. Thank you everybody who came. It was awesome. If you didn't catch it, another great reason to join our Patreon is in the next months coming up, depending on when we get through the editing. Those videos, they were video recorded, and they were recorded, the audio was properly recorded on our equipment as well, so it's crisp. You can get those live shows at the basic tier of our Patreon when they come out as well. So that's a great way to see our shows, to another reason to join our Patreon.
Anything else that needs to be said?
Last thing, if you want hot shit rolls like us, I guess, we are affiliates with Chronicle Cards. So if you go to chroniclecards.shop, they have a fantastic store with beautiful dice, as well as mini figgies, great, mini figurines, and beautiful brushes with which to paint them. Phil is displaying them. They are made out of reclaimed wolf pelts, I believe, which is so cool. They're a really lovely company, and we love to support them. So if you use the code ROLL2CAST, you get 20% off store-wide. So that's dice, minis, and brushes. So check out chroniclecards.shop.
chroniclecards.shop to check those out with the code ROLL2CAST. I think that's all from us.
That's
all.
Thank you so much to everyone who's joined us. Thank you to the people who have watched the video back. We appreciate you. We love you. Have a fantastic rest of the year.
Weekend.
And and remember, everything is ending. Ciao.
Bye.
Including this video.
You got 17 years. Bye.